indeed going to be the position 1 Tiny, though, being played by Gabby. Armel, of course, in the mid. March will be on that Pos 5 Warlock as expected, and KP will take the off-lane Viper.
Now, your Admiral is on board.
I wonder if we'll get the pleasure of seeing the Aghanim Scepter conquer again. The water park that Moon can make if he chooses to. It was beautiful, John. It's almost impossible to fight into. Just no way to do it.
It's just really dumb, but I think there is an argument to be made for that in this game. You definitely want that added crowd control, because basically you're riding off the back of what? The CM and Kunkka landing all his spells to really win out these big 5v5 team fights if they break out. So you're going to be depending a lot on that Kunkka. Why not give him another spell to give yourself some control? It's still going to be a rough time, though. I don't think that mid lane is going to be where it's going to be at. It's really going to be the side lanes. It's 23 Savage with jabs up against KP and more than likely Tim's partnered up with him. It's going to be rough for both sides. Like, the damage coming out from both the Razor and the Viper is probably going to drain the support's regen down very fast. Although in a regen fight, the IO is always kind of favored.
Certainly is. We'll have a bit of a little fight over the bounties. It will be a 3-for-1 trade, so Fnatic do manage to get a nice little bonus for themselves before the game even starts. See if they can capitalize off this. Of course, you talked about it in the draft. Tim's on the Mirana. I mean, he's been playing great over the last few days, especially on the Mirana. He doesn't have much of a setup for that arrow, though. The only one you could really pinpoint is the Tiny. And so he will just be relying on his own ability to try and predict and land those throughout this game.
It's going to be rough for him, although there is already a bit of action down bot. Savage does soak up 26 damage, and KP throws out the Nether Toxin quite early. Now, with the change to Nether Toxin, you really don't want to be standing in it for too long. That is going to cause some issues for Savage, as he does want to get those last hits going.
Absolutely. So then we'll see Jabs and Tim's kind of giving it to each other as well. Well, apparently the Nether Toxin, 23 Savage doesn't care too much about it. Just kind of tanking it while he has his Ion next to him. We'll have a look at the other lanes though. Armel already committing a salve on the Queen of Pain. Looks like Moon has been applying a lot of pressure with that Tidebringer, and of course it is really annoying to lane against, just having to take this damage over and over again. He does dodge that one though. Up that top lane, Gabby on the Tiny should be pretty safe as long as March is around, just continuously healing him up. Ice won't really mind too much though on the Lifestealer. Generally speaking, you're probably just going to focus on farming more than anything on this Lifestealer. Once again later on, as Arrow gonna land from Tim's straight onto that Razor, and KP's there with the follow-up. Savage trying to static link his way to victory. It looks like he should just drop, and does. Tim's will pick up the first blood for the side of TNC this game.
Dire structures are fortified.
It's just going to be so frustrating if you are the Kunkka. Armel, though, may have overextended. He gets X'd up. Torrent will be there. Does he have Blink? He does, but he won't get it off in time. The T1 hits will get the job done. And Moon does eventually punish for all the Shadow Strikes he was copping.
Yeah, it's going to give Moon...
Gabby getting dived underneath the T1 tower. Ice not planning to back off and does find another kill. Now March copying a bit of harassment, but Ice just some great plays by Fnatic. In fact, they found a torrent onto Armel. He does have Blink, but there's the Frostbite coming out and the Tidebringer hit. And Armel, he waited about half a second to blink. He was just trying to find a way to go, and unfortunately for him, they just had the damage output. Going down to Tim's on the Mirana. They will try to punish now. DJ and Jabs' support duo will take down KP. And now Tim's actually copying a fair bit of damage here from Jabs. Tim's will get out of there. Meanwhile on top, they are going to try and make a play onto Gabby on that Tiny. They should have the damage output, and it looks like they definitely will thanks to Savage. Now the imp is away from Ice, still TNC. Now trying to get Tims out of there. KP trying to get some form of damage on Razor, but they just can't really do anything. And now relocate going on. Ice pops out, going after the Mirana. Can't quite catch him with those leap charges, though Savage. He will take down March, and now Ice actually catches up. Tims, he just goes down. KP, the only man left. No open wounds available, but they may not even need it. KP trying to run away. There's the static coming out. He's trying to drag it out as long as possible.
Oh, March, no.
KP's in.
Why didn't you cancel March?
Warlock, Golem being dropped, but it may not matter though. Gabby comes in to try and find DJ on the CM. He should be able to get it and does, but they've already lost March, and now they get Savage on the Razor.
You should run.
And so, a big mess.
None of the heroes he's played so far have any sort of natural movement ability, so you're just kind of stuck there when you get jumped.
Armel, no. The X is there into the boat. He does get the blink off. He does get it off this time. It will not save the mid-tier 1 tower, though it looks like Gabby... To the point now where DJ has a Veil of Discord up on the Crystal Maiden, and they're going to make the chase down a bot lane. Again, straight onto KP. They'll give Armel some mercy this time, but KP gets none. He does cop the boat, but Fnatic, they see the rotations from TNC. They don't want to...
Oh no, Tims.
Yeah, gets caught out by the turret, and the X is there. He does pop the Moonlight Shadow, but I don't think it's going to matter. The boat comes in, and Savage does clean him up. He should be able to just blink his way out if things get a little too dangerous. I say that, the Moon is running in now, and Armel is still there. They are going to steal the outpost. And there's the X. He waited again for that blink. His team is coming in this time around. March, he drops the golem. He connects on 2, but Armel, he does manage to blink out just in the nick of time. The boat comes in now from Moon. He gets one of them. March goes down on the Warlock. Now KP falling very, very low. They'll lose another. They're looking for more on the side of Fnatic. They won't find anything. Do you think that was a bait attempt from Armel, or is he just really waiting too long?
No, he blinked early there, actually. He blinked and then he got X'd back.
Gabby trying to go on Ice. Ice just mans up and fights him.
What?
Yeah, Gabby's doing no damage to him right now. Moon, he comes in as well. The Sonic Wave is there to at least allow Gabby to get out. But Moon is not done. He wants the X. He hits the torrent as well. Gabby, he's so down low. Plasma Field misses, but it doesn't matter. They'll get the kill now, March. The poor man just came back and he's going back to the grave.
I'm going to be very happy if we do get that.
KP.
No.
Relocate coming in. KP got no way out of this. He's trying to push out the lanes to buy his team time. Unfortunately, it does cost him his life.
Should allow him to really jump in and out as he wills. So that's going to be a massive boon for TNC. Gabby.
Gonna get caught out as well on the Warlock. Very easy kill for Fnatic. 9k net worth lead now for this Radiant side. 19-4 at 24 minutes in. There's only one outer tower left outstanding here for TNC, and that's the mid-tier 2. Fnatic may even ignore that and just go straight for the tier 3 at bot lane. In fact, it looks like that's exactly what they're gonna do.
You are dead.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Burn. Gets the X on Tims. Won't pursue it. They just want the tier 3 damage. Looks like they will back off before the Warlock does respawn, and perhaps they'll switch over to that mid-tier 2 instead.
Yeah, it's fair enough, right? You want to take last outer tower. You know they're probably not gonna defend it anyway. Just take that free objective, back off, keep pushing up your farm out, although they might find Armel.
Oh, Armel X, they didn't really have the torrent there. It won't matter, Armel does blink out.
This'll come in handy.
Looks like he will at least find a bounty rune for his team. You look at that farm on the Queen of Pain, it's just nothing to write home about. In fact, at the bot lane, there is another fight breaking out. Golem, though, is nice from March. Hits 3. Now Gabby jumps straight onto Jabs. Get rid of that IO. Savage, though, keeping him safe. Ice, meanwhile, finds March, and now they will finally get the IO back to the Crystal Maiden. Just channeling the ultimate Tims. Almost goes down to it. Moon will clean him up. Now Armel forced the BKB TP out of there. He got so darn low, and it looks like they're going to find KB in the mid lane.
You should.
Another 4 heroes just going down for TNC. They can't find anything out of these team fights.
That was with Fnatic going into a pretty good counter initiation as well. They managed to get the chaotic offering off on a couple of big heroes. They managed to have most of their cores there in that area, and the damage is just not coming out. That means without chaotic offering, TNC would be very hard pressed to defend these high ground objectives.
Well, that's the tier 3 gone, the first one of the game. Going down to Fnatic. Upheaval will be there from March, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference towards Ice. Arrow. At least they get the siege creep, but still the Raxes are gone. Fnatic, I doubt they back off. There's no need to. Yep, they'll go straight for that mid tier 3 now. You do have a couple buybacks there on TNC at least, so it's not like the game's over if you lose a team fight, but it sure doesn't look very good. KP now going to get X'd up. Boat will fly in from Moon, and now Plasma Field. It looks like KP does manage to get out. Arrow, though, does not connect onto anyone from Tim's. They'll start onto the Kunkka, but look at Ice. He gets a bash. Oh, and Tim's is just dead. They upheaval again. Gabby, a great avalanche, but just does no damage. Now KP throwing out the ultimate, but does nothing either. And it looks like KP's just going to lose his life. Torrent does connect onto March. He goes down as well. You've got to buy back there on KP, but this game may just be over. They may just call it right now. Armel, the buybacks come out. They're going to try one more time. Arrow will not connect on anything. Fnatic. Looks like they are going to just try and play this safely. They'll back off. They'll go for that top shrine. They will find themselves 2 Raxes ahead.
Just like that, from one bad fight in that bot shrine area, using the chaotic offering there and not finding anything, you lose 2 sets of racks. TNC just cannot defend without that chaotic offering. It is going to be back up now in about 2 seconds, so you're going to have that spell up for the next fight. Unless March gets jumped.
Yeah, and he is. Moon's found him. That's half his HP gone. And he is probably dead.
No buyback.
There he goes. No buyback. That was actually a dieback there on the Warlock. Kim's trying to TP, but no. DJ, he finds him with the Frostbite. They had a ward on the cliff. That's 2 down with no buyback available. Fnatic probably going to go in for the Jugular. Looks like TNC are trying to creep skip where they can. They'll find a courier off of jabs. The tier 4s now, though, are going to be under siege. They're not even going to waste their time with the Megas. Just go straight for the Ancient. And that's it. Arnold's GG. Fnatic go completely undefeated throughout the whole of the close qualifiers. And rightfully so, they will make it straight to the major.
Yeah, I mean, what a performance from Fnatic towards this entire close qualifier. TNC, I have to say, that was not the team, not the performance we were expecting from this team. They will be forced to play the losers decider match, I guess, to see who does go in for that last slot, or if they go back and play in the minors.